on live that I can move around and blow up for you and stuff.
Okay, well, you
Instead
don't
of
like that.
starting, you know, I just have to links, then I have to move around.
So.
Can't you just spray it down before you take it down?
Probably run fans.
Okay.
So, like we have controllers that'll turn the fans on when that's.
Like last one, she called me out and Bob says, I'm starting a meeting in 4 minutes and it's gonna take a lot longer.
No, I don't.
Oh, shoot. Technology.
It's work.
Love it.
Okay.
I know.
Yes.
Great when it works.
Just
Horrible when
those
it doesn't.
fans.
You can add,
Okay.
You let me know when you're ready, Mike.
Okay, sorry,
It's kept corn in condition well. So.
I have my shortcuts on here.
Sure.
So what I have to do here, I'll go into,
oh, wait.
if I went to the county website,
How to dry corn.
the page.
Yeah.
Just type in,
Floor in it.
Sky.
Helms County, Indiana.
Yeah, some of the stuff.
I'll stay with surveying. Farming's too risky. Way too risky.
If you can think. And over. I'm just gonna keep track, we're like, oh, they store this.
Boy, habits are hard to beat, aren't they?
There we go. You may reach for it, but you won't find
You
it.
got quite an agenda this morning.
Dryer.
Right on the edge.
I think you could use that.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
And then
All
you
right.
have some 17 and a half acres straight.
Are you up?
Yep, you can go.
Okay, it's just slightly past 9 o'clock. Obviously, we got a quorum present. I'll call the meeting to order. We need no introductions. I think we all know each other. The first item that we need to address would be to take a look at the minutes from the September 2 meeting. Is that correct? Amy?
Yes.
Okay, and JD, you were not present, so keep that in mind when we have a motion to approve or discuss.
I'll move we accept the minutes as presented.
And I'm gonna second that.
Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Okay, moving on to the agenda for today. Looks like the first thing we're gonna bring up would be the Lukenville watershed, Mike.
Yep, saw Luganville, right, I'm getting over here to it, sorry, it takes me.
I was wondering what capital SOL meant. Now I got it.
I know what it normally means.
Yeah.
I think that's.
When I'm SOL, it's usually not a good thing.
Yeah.
That was, Dave Luganville's home place is right north of this, and, that's how it was named Luganville, I guess. I don't know if he had Saul in there or what it was.
All right, Sean Hamrick, how you doing?
Okay.
Thanks for coming in.
On this one, you guys probably remember, it was a massive deep brushing project.
That's all right.
And I'm gonna give you the quick fix that he paid almost $20,000 on to brush that.
Ooh,
We, the landowner,
Wow.
got that done, brushed it. We went in and dipped it and we were sharing that bill, the dipping bill. We agreed to pay $2,000, Drainage Board agreed to pay $2,000 for the brushing, which we have not paid him yet because he hadn't done the other part, the dipping part. What I'm proposing is that to get this off our plate is that we would, if the Drainage Board considered to pay $2,226 for the dipping, we'll put the 2,000 in that, what we owe Sam right now, and he's agreeable to this. And that would get this off the book. I know it's extra. He did do a lot of work out there. We did massive amounts of Tordon to get them trees dead. He's paid twice now to have it sprayed by Brent Huffman, the guy that was in here. He's gone down there. He just did it a couple weeks ago, or probably a week ago. So he's doing all the right things, and I think that I would just like to see it go away if you feel fit to approve $2,226 more on that. Tell me what you think.
What's the
Pardon me?
what's the system?
Oh, yeah, so if we pay the $2,226, we're gonna have to borrow $1,465.29 from the general drain improvement fund because we've used that system empty.
Then do you reimburse that? Do you reimburse it at collection time?
Reimburse it at collection. Yeah, fall collection, we should get that, we'll get that in, to get it back in. The general drain improvement fund has, where are we at on that? $380,000. I don't have that in front of me. And which is what it's set up for, the way I understand, to do that.
So I noticed that Luganville's off the collection right now. That's what it says here on it.
Okay, yeah, so then we have to put that back on, right, I didn't look that far.
And I also noticed that the minimum is $1.25 per acre.
Yeah.
And the minimum is, I don't know how you came up with this, but $31.25.
This is all stuff.
Yeah. So are you predicting the Luganville is gonna have more work done in it? Can we be looking at this for after the first year, maybe having a hearing increase on this?
I have not got any other projects going there or looking at.
Okay.
So, I assume there's gonna be more, but I haven't got any.
Okay.
Nothing.
Well, I'm just looking at, cause we do have to pay back the general drain improvement.
Well,
And if they're only collecting 2,000 something a year, and we're going to borrow one, so that's only gonna leave,
600.
$600 some dollars in there, so.
Yeah. So maybe this is one of them we should look at for a hearing to raise the maintenance.
I think
fee
we
also.
should, but I'm just one person here.
I agree.
So you got two now.
Okay,
You gotta raise them. You know, I'm sure.
Okay, well, let's take one step at a time.
Step at a time, Doug, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, Mike is asking the board to approve an additional amount of $2,226 with the understanding that, we're gonna have to put the fund in debt $1,465.29, which would, next collection comes, it would be paid back. If there's not enough there, I guess then we wait for the next one. So let's discuss that first. Is there any further discussion about Mike's request on the Lucan bill?
I second his motion.
Okay, Bill, you made the
I'll
motion?
make a motion, go ahead and pay it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, go ahead, Mike, on the 22-26. Go ahead and,
Okay.
balance the fund as needed.
Yep, and then we'll get it paid back and we'll start
Okay.
on a hearing.
Okay, now, while we're on this one, we're gonna have to move along here. We got a lot of items to cover this morning, so we can't spend a lot of time, but Bill is recommending, and I think I heard Greg, also recommend that, we consider putting, this system on it for a hearing to raise the amount.
Yep.
Any further discussion on that?
Yeah, at least to $3, at least.
Well, at the hearing, I guess we
We'll do
decide
it,
that
yeah,
amount.
Just so, that's a,
Okay, let's, do we need that form of a motion, to, have the hearing on this? Wouldn't hurt,
It never hurts.
never hurts. A motion to have, for Mike to arrange a hearing on this system.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Mike, just, as a timeline, when would this hearing probably occur?
It's 30 days, we have to give 30 days notice
Okay,
to do it, so we have to get that set up to everybody in that watershed.
okay.
So, and Amy, what's that gonna take, a couple weeks to get that
Yeah,
letters
and
prepared?
we can't do it until at least the first of the year.
Yeah.
First of the year, okay,
Because
so
it's a
would that
lengthy
be would that hearing be part of a regular scheduled meeting?
We can do it, yeah, we'll go to
The hearing
the
first?
hearing and, or we could open it with the minutes and all that.
Okay, yeah, right, and then
move
have
to
the
it.
hearing and then go to the
Then go
agenda
back
for
to
that
the
day.
agenda,
Okay, let's, Amy, plan it that way if you
we
can.
need to add to that motion too, $100 minimum.
Okay, Greg has made, an amendment to the motion of a $100 minimum. Is there any discussion on that? If not, a
second
vote
it.
for the amendment.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Brewer, we're okay with this, aren't we?
Having a hearing to
We're good.
raise the, maintenance fee.
Raise the rate and the
Yeah.
minimum.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, any other, Mike, anything else on Saul?
No, I'm good there.
Luke and Bill, let's move on to the next one. We've got several to go through. It would be the Cafe.
So, this was bid out, previously, and the Adams Swine Farm has completed that project. We have not got the invoice yet, so that's my only, report here. It's seeded. We're waiting for Doug's inch of rain because we got a drop.
Okay, so
That's all I'm doing.
it's just an update
Just a
on the
report.
Cafe?
Yep.
Any questions for Mike on the Cafe? Okay, let's, if not, okay, just review real quick one more time. Give us a 101 on the Cafe so we all got it before we
Okay.
move on.
This one's at the research farm, the old Central Soya's old research farm.
Okay,
And we dipped that for, I'll get it out if you want, but we dipped it all the way, dip and leveled it. They paid to haul the spoil off of the sides. They put it in one of their old lagoons there that they're trying to close up, that IDEM is approved. They went through all IDEM's process, like 4 years of testing, I believe, something like that,
okay,
to be able to fill that. So they paid for the hauling off of it. So it's all good. They did a nice job. Dry time's a really good time to dig.
okay. Okay, so can we move on? Go ahead, Mike. Or number 4, right, Andrews?
Yep, the Andrews watershed. This is the one that drains through Monroe.
Okay,
Not too much to report. The drainage board previously has agreed to pay the $7,000 cost share or a share on the thing. The town of Monroe has agreed to pay $7,000, and the Maumee River Basin Commission agreed to pay the remainder and be the manager on this project. So it's set to go. We have the funding set on it. So at the Maumee River Basin Commission meeting, I presented, Steve had a couple comments, Rod had a couple comments. There was a motion to approve it. There was no discussion on it. It passed, right? It was, the guys, they're happy that this is the kind of project that they wanted to do. So
keep in mind, this is just a study.
it's a study, yes.
Okay, any further questions on the, Andrew, Steve, any further comments from your
No,
seat?
just that we've got that invoice now, and once we've paid and Monroe's paid, MRBC will cut the full check to the engineering company, and that study will begin.
What's the time frame for completion?
I
I don't know.
No, I don't, I can't answer
No.
that. I can't answer it.
We'll.
This is gonna be a very detailed study.
Yeah.
It's not.
Christopher Burkestoning?
Christopher Burke Engineering, yep.
Okay. Any questions on Monroe? Andrews? No? Let's move on.
The drink watershed, this is the one on Highway 101 between the Fickway Road and Pleasant Mills, the river. 225 north. I've been out there for 2 more meetings. We have the state highway, we keep moving up the food chain or the level, and we had Brooks out there from the high level. Right now, we're waiting for a definite quote for the project from Landis Farm Drainage. And so they can do it. They're all agreeing that going north to the Drake instead of cutting across the road again is a good way to do it. And as far as I know, Brooks is the one on the hook here. So to get it repaired.
Brooks is on the hook.
That's my impression. They never said that to me.
Interesting.
But it looks like maybe that's the way it is. I don't know. Because the state has said repeatedly they have no funding for it.
So, but the tile itself is done.
No, the tile's not in yet.
Oh,
No,
the tile's not.
it's still backed up. We hope to get this done this fall yet,
Okay.
so that drains for the farmers this
So
winter.
you,
So
at
we're
this
just
point,
looking to get a quote.
Yeah, we're looking for a definite quote, yeah.
okay,
And then you'll figure out who's gonna pay for it.
Yeah, well, they're going to. They're wanting to send right to them, so,
They beat Brooks.
yeah. Well, I don't know how that's gonna happen.
Okay.
I don't know who will actually write a check, but it's in
So
there.
you need that done before you can go do the top itself.
They need to approve the amount, yes. This is quite the process.
Sounds like it. Okay,
So that was just the report.
okay, well, keep us posted. Are there any other questions on this item? Greg or Bill, JD, okay? So let's move on.
The Marks watershed, this is the entire ditch. I have not got to work on a couple of these now because it's fall again and those farmers are all bothering me, right, Amy? No, we've been extremely busy.
What's the intent of this
Well,
project?
Dip and level, brush it and dip and level it all.
Okay,
And I think this is another one that we should do a rate increase on.
Yeah.
Because it's dollar, you guys got it there. It's,
so let's,
Amy's giving us so much information now.
yeah.
Shoot, we know it all.
you got
Jeez,
it.
almost too much. I don't
Yeah.
have time to read it all.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
Trying to pull
I'd
a little
rather
over
be-
our eyes again.
Better be thorough than not thorough. Okay, so, let's not talk about raising rates. Let's do it if needed.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think we could probably, can we do 2 hearings in a meeting?
You ought to be able to.
Okay.
And if we have to shorten our other stuff, we can.
Well, maybe, I would say limit it to 2 hearings per meeting as we go through this. 2 is probably enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a motion if the board so sees fit to have a hearing on the March system. Is that correct? Is that okay, Mark? Put it, that way we got a record of it.
Gets it started.
I'll make that motion.
Steve made motion,
Second.
second JD, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion's carried. This one will also be after the first of the year, right, Amy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any further discussion on the March? We get that,
The Marts is a large system, so it's gonna take a lot of notices on that one.
okay. So what is the time frame that you would like to see this project underway?
Can I get back with you at the next meeting?
Sure. Okay.
We'll actually figure it out.
Okay,
We haven't done.
He was planning on addressing that and some other questions, but like he said, he got sidetracked because of everybody coming in with the other issues.
Yeah.
That's why we were
okay.
doing it originally.
Well,
thought
we'll get an
those two.
update on the March next meeting.
Yeah, let's do that.
On the
Okay.
March, then, did you have a determination that the assessments are not adequate to fund the necessary maintenance?
It is.
That was in the record. Okay.
That'd be good. That would have to come from the board.
We, on the first one, I don't know if he was here or not, but on our very first item on the agenda, we were like $1,400 short. But we went ahead and went through with it. He's gonna repay the system when the collections come in.
Yeah, so yeah, whenever the board determines to, do a maintenance increase, then as part of that process or that determination, we find that the annual maintenance assessments are inadequate to adequately
We
serve
need that in the motion
the
to,
drain.
okay. So Amy, can we add that to my motion that we've determined that the current assessments are inadequate to maintain the system?
Board has no problem with that.
Nope.
Good. Let's go to the Wagley Farlow.
And back to the Marts, as you can see,
Okay, I'm
it's at
sorry.
94 cents right now.
Yes.
Per acre, $25 minimum. So.
$3.00.
So I guess what are we gonna be recommending at the hearing, or is that undetermined at this point in time?
Can I put next meeting, I'll get an estimate on that because I'm working on the brushing and, to get a handle on that.
When is our next
Can we do
meeting?
that?
October, this is 20th.
Yeah,
20th.
I don't.
Okay,
I'm actually not sure that $3 is enough on that one.
well, you come with a recommendation,
Yeah,
Mike.
let's look at that. Most of the guys there want it to be higher. They're saying $5.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
And
well, I
then-
mean, they're the
No,
ones that
that's-
have to pay it.
That is the north side of 124. The south
Yeah.
side of 124 that have not had contact with it yet, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
you,
not gonna be quite so generous.
no,
Is this the one that's close to Pleasant Mills eventually?
Yeah.
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 That's right.
Start down by Manly Meats,
Dollars will cover it. Yeah, it's very brushy.
It's brush and, a lot of fences.
I know.
The surveyor should come with a recommendation to the board of what he believes an
Okay.
adequate.
Next
assessment
meeting,
would
can you
be to
have that,
maintain
Mike?
the
I'll
system.
work on that, I'll get it.
That's on the March, okay. What about the Wagley Farlow? That's down in the muck section right there on 200, isn't it?
Yeah, Greg might have a little experience on that one. This is the one where, digging their new pond, they cut a tile which shows up on our screen as the legal tile. Hardly, nobody believes right now that that was a legal tile, that that's just a private tile that was hit. We're trying to figure out where it goes, okay? And I can say right now is not the time to probe tile. You can't get a tile probe in the ground
228.
You have to go between the cornrows. That's not fun either.
or in the cracks.
800
So-
south.
Kevin thinks he's got that all figured out, Kevin Clifton.
Is that out by you, Greg, where you used to live?
800 south
In fact,
and,
I'm one of the guys that complained.
yeah. It's draining, the legal tile is draining his
Yeah.
fields.
Which needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
So
You'll get some private money in there too.
So what's the plan here on the Wagley Farlow, Mike?
We want to get out there, number one, first on site and figure out where the legal tile runs.
You know where it runs, Greg?
Yeah, it comes, the outlet comes behind Kinsey, where Kinsey Brooks used to live.
Okay,
Cuts across Dean Bear over to 300, then from 300 angles to the southwest through a new owner now. And then goes all the way from there onto my property, all the way back to where Art Ford used to live. And that actually goes clear up to 900.
Yeah.
now, okay, so, but what's the intent of, what, you said it needs a new tile, where, not the whole
Well,
thing?
the outlet is a 14-inch outlet. And how many, you have it at your fingertips, roughly how many acres goes into that?
I don't have that in front of me, sorry, I didn't.
And then it's broke down several
I
places
didn't get it, yeah.
and
Really,
zigs and zags where we like to make it straighter so it doesn't slow the water down. And some places there's only about a foot of cover on the tile.
So this sounds like a huge project.
The total watershed has over 4,500 acres drained into it.
it's, so we're starting
It's a
south
big
of 800
watershed.
south and going north way up there, sorry. Amy has to log in again, I think.
But we don't know the extent of this project at this point in time. Is that what you're saying, Greg?
Oh, it's probably one that's gonna grow. It'll start by back of Kinsey's
Okay,
and then go across the Dean Bear and then cuts across the corner of that next farm and then comes onto the Amish and then goes on me.
well, I guess, Mike, what you need to do is just keep us posted as
Yeah,
to what portion
that's-
you're gonna work on when.
And does will that need an increase in acreage fee also?
Well, what are we on that one? We're not very high there.
No.
Wait, you're planning on using maintenance fees for this work?
I said there'll probably be some private money come into that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
$1.25, $12.50 minimum,
Yeah, it's crazy.
so.
You gotta go to at least $3, at least. On these systems, I mean. And with another year in inflation, you're only 5.
Yeah, let's keep that one too, we'll get back.
Okay.
As we go.
so, is this going to be is this not gonna be a private project though, right?
Well, Greg, what do you think of that? Can we do? Greg, can we do a private project on this for me and just kick in some
Well,
money? for
Can we
now?
do a marriage?
Yeah,
No, seriously?
so
That
that would be
might
a good
work.
way to get it done. Because even if we do the rate increase, it's not gonna kick in until.
Yeah, right.
26.
2 years
So,
down the road.
to do a private project, you're gonna have to have an escrow and
Yep,
set
we'll
it
have to-
up, someone's
we'll have
gotta
to have
make
a Project manager. and-
project manager.
And that would be the quickest way to get it done.
And if the county's gonna assume responsibility, it has to make sure it meets our county specs.
Yes.
I think we can work something out and then, you haven't looked at it from your end, have you, in terms of, I'm gonna take at least an 18-inch tile.
I have not done any calculation on it.
But if you go private project, don't you have to get, what is it, 10%? signed up or something?
10% of the
No,
money?
no. Private project,
Lot of-
there's no percentage involved.
Oh, there isn't. Okay.
No,
Just the money.
just the money. Money has to go into escrow. And what happens, and that's what the individual's gonna have to determine, cause I'll guarantee you, there's gonna be some guys that'll say, no, we're not gonna pay. So they have to make a determination, they gonna pick that up? They gonna let the county, is the county gonna pick that up? Or are we gonna go to a reconstruction? In which, if it's reconstruction, it's a hearing, then they will have to pay. They'll have no choice.
And it'll be billed out to each
Yeah,
person
each person.
at their share.
So, how, who's gonna kick the can here? I mean, who's gonna do we want some action on this or we wanna talk about it?
Well,
We get more information.
I think
but
we need some more-
You and I talked
Okay.
about this months ago. I'd like for him to do the project engineer, if that's what we have to do.
The number of acres and the number of property owners, this is a huge, it's not simple.
no, it's not a simple project. In which I really think that you're gonna need some, plans and profiles on this to make sure that you catch everything.
Get it on there, yeah.
You know, it's not like putting in a private farm drainage for an 80-acre farm.
Bill, you wanna get with Mike and maybe next meeting or two, give us an update on what you're thinking?
Sure.
Okay,
Alright,
let's do
good.
that. Then we'll have a little more data, a little more information to proceed perhaps in an orderly fashion. Is that okay with the board?
Okay with me?
Very, okay. Steve, you okay?
Yep.
We ready to move on, Mike, or you
Yep.
want more
I'm good
discussion on
with that.
Wagley?
I'm
No?
good with that.
Okay, let's, what we got on Blue Creek?
Blue Creek Watershed, so the landowner of just that property there, which you see, that's 350 south, 200 east. He's got a estimate from Luganville Excavating to fix problems along his property there, within its property, Blue Creek Insuit. Number one is that on the way east side there's a big horseshoe bend that is washed out. I think that one we should contribute to. Luganville's estimate, you have it there, is 125,000 to 125,000 to $130,000
Back page.
estimate for what the guy wants to do there. There's some inlets in there. He's gonna clean out a little bit of bottom flow.
Oh, there it is.
It's gonna make it. We have $70,789 in that, and we get almost 20,000 a year. I rounded up, $19,957. It's 13,189 acres in the Blue Creek. So we're on a very small share of that. I'm almost, I don't know if I can make a recommendation here. I'm bringing this to you guys. I think we should help them do the curve and get that, fixed down there to the east side, right at the east property line. The rest of it, if you wanna ship something in, I think that would be all right. Any
Looking at that,
questions on that?
looking at that horseshoe curve and what we know about water and curves,
Mhm.
is there any thought whatsoever we should take that curve out of there?
They are gonna fix it a little bit. They're gonna clean out the bottom, cause it deposits in the curve and takes it away, at the new spots. So that's what he wants to address there, number one. To get that fixed. The Blue Creek there is, what is that? That's probably a 20-foot cut. I'll bet.
That's big. Sure.
To get down in there.
Well, okay,
I,
125 to 130,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it appears to me that Mr. Harris and Lucanville are looking at what they want done. What do you want done, Mike?
I would like to help them out on that curve, especially, to get that one fixed, since they're willing to do that. The rest of their projects are nice, and it's important, but,
We can't afford it.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so what's it gonna cost? What would it cost out of the system to do what you feel needs done, Mike?
I have not gone farther on it. I was this is another one that I didn't spend time on. I just looked at it last week and a half ago. It was the
Okay,
first
why
time
don't you,
looking out there.
if you don't have a problem with Luke and Bill, why don't you get Luke and Bill out there and have him
Get a-
give you an estimate of what
cost.
you think needs done?
On fix that, and that's what, we actually talked about that.
Okay,
They, Brad
any,
and I.
yeah, any other feedback from the board on that?
You
Yep.
need a motion? Or not?
Well, we're not approving anything,
Yeah,
we're
okay.
just getting an estimate of what we
Right.
think, what Mike thinks
Okay.
needs done.
This was
Yeah.
an unusual project, that's why I wanted you guys to be aware of
Okay.
it first, then I'll move forward on it.
Yeah, well, it sounds to me like you need your input in there, Mike.
Yep.
Why don't you bring that back to us whenever you get, your list of things to do is getting pretty long.
Oh, yeah, this is what I've been doing this last,
Yeah.
well, how many weeks have we been doing this now?
Well, do you think you can get back, you think,
We'll get-
2 weeks is too long, or you want a month to get this
Well,
one?
let's try, we'll see if it's on the agenda, I'll try it.
Next meeting?
Yeah, I'll try
Okay,
it.
How far is he planning on going? All the way from 100 to 200?
No, just that quarter mile that he exists on our thing. Again, I'm not pulling up very good here.
You know,
This
that's-
part right here.
That's a lot of money for a quarter-mile ditch.
yeah, well, yeah, Mr. Harris likes nice stuff.
This one right there.
I'm not saying this
As it goes into.
not
the-
correct, that's just a lot of money.
I think we need to address what our
Yeah.
surveyor thinks needs
About
done.
that down there.
That's
bad.
off
Well,
his
you
property.
can get
This
it.
is where ours lives, and he
Yeah.
just bought this 40 acres.
It's good.
That's kind of,
Is it okay?
yeah.
Okay. That's good. Give me something to do.
Okay,
It's good to have projects.
Mike, you need any other discussion on Blue Creek?
No, that's all.
Guys, are you okay to move on here?
Yep.
Right. Blue Creek is, let's talk about the PJ Bryan,
Don't know where my.
number 9.
The PJ Bryan, so we have a contract out to dip that Gillespie ditch from Salem Road to the heading east and then north that little jog and then off our screen, okay? The guys did some work on the Gillespie sit open that goes to the south there. And I don't have a price on it yet, from Adams. I requested that to get a price on it. We should really have to dip that little short section because it's underwater. But to fix their tile there, they had to dip out to see the tile. So I've asked that and they haven't got back with me for a quote. It's
No.
farming time. They have the same thing going I do.
That ditch always has water in it. That thing is so flat. And that's a man-made ditch.
That little one coming to the
Yeah.
south up there.
That's a man-made ditch. And that thing is so flat. And I know it goes through some muck areas down through there.
So I guess here is to be decided. I'll wait till you get the bid for me to do that.
I think the system looks pretty healthy financially.
Yeah.
Well, there's not
Yeah,
much you can
maybe.
do until you get that back, right?
18,000, yeah, that's another one. This is the way my month has gone.
Oh, boy. Well, that's good. You're shaking the bushes here and getting her going.
Yeah. Number 10 is the new systems worksheet. Amy, or you guys got any comments on that? What you're looking at right there?
Yeah, explain what we're looking at, Amy.
Okay, so this is based off of a question that was raised at a prior meeting as to if we can get worksheets stating how many tile miles and open drains were in one system. Then we already had the other worksheet, so what I did is try to combine all the information into one worksheet. So you guys have a general overview of the systems. This first part here, of course, is how much is in the system. Anything in blue, I have taken out the amount that we have already promised on a project. So we know what's really left in that system rather than guessing all the time. Then I added if it's on or off collection, what we've collected for fall collection, what we've paid out and gotten in from other counties. Here in the middle is all the projects that have already been promised. It states what it's for, the date that it was promised. the contractor and the amount that the bid was approved at. And I color coded them according to contractors, so it's kind of an easy view to see who has the project or how many projects they have. And then to the other side, we have the systems cost and the minimums, when the hearing was held, and if it's been increased by 25%. And then we have the total certified and acres benefited, and then your total miles of open drains and total miles of tile.
Now, on the column where you got increased by 25%, is there, Mike, is there something that, something, it cannot be increased beyond 25%?
No, that's an increase in which he doesn't have to hold a hearing. You're allowed to
Oh,
go
okay.
one time 25% without holding a hearing.
Okay,
Yeah, that's kind of a gimme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
To do it, but you can only do that, what, two times or?
I forget what the law says.
There's a
now.
law
I
in
have
there.
to go back. to it.
So if it can,
One time every so many years.
Yeah,
So
there you
one
go.
time every 3 years or
So,
something.
Yeah.
like the very first one, Adam Schlemmer, what you're looking at, that's never had a hearing and never raised. So we could raise that, you guys could raise that right now.
okay, 25%. Yeah, so,
So,
yeah, this is, Amy, that's very, very, very thorough. Of course, you know, every time we do something, it's gonna,
I
I
was
hate to
planning on
see you have
giving-
to update this whole works every time we do make one move.
Well, I was planning on, giving everyone a new copy every 3 months.
There you go,
And
that's
then
reasonable.
you guys can notate on here in the
Yeah.
meanwhile what
Right,
happens. And
right.
then you have
Okay.
it with you.
That
at
sounds,
all
that
times.
sounds workable. Let's plan on every 3 months update. Any questions to Amy or Mike concerning the, very thorough outline that we have in front of us?
you guys have no idea what she can do.
Yeah,
No, I'm impressed.
I'm amazed every day.
yeah. Yeah, this is, very good, Amy. Super. Okay, any further questions on the overview here that Amy's prepared for us? And we're gonna get a new one in 3 months after we do our homework on different things, okay?
Yep.
That's the system worksheet. While we're on that, Amy, while you're on front and center,
Okay.
let's address this.
Okay, since I was new in April, as I was doing the drainage board minutes, I didn't realize that all of our petitions and variances that were approved and recorded and everything should have been, scanned into the minute book. So is what I did is I tried to fit as many on one sheet as I could so they can be recorded into the minute book. And still be seen, but not take up quite so much room. Mike and I discussed kind of, how to go about this, if we needed signatures or what the, actual process should be for this, cause it's all been approved prior. So I'm not sure what. the
Would you
board-
just like to add that to today's minutes?
We can do that too.
With that, I mean, that gets it in the minute book.
Yep.
It's easy to do.
Okay.
If we just accept that as a report to be entered into today's minutes, that, I think that answers the mail. We don't need any action because those have already been actioned.
Yeah.
All we
yeah.
need to do is get them
Just
into the
wanna get
minute
them in the
book.
book.
Okay. Okay, just since she's got it prepared, just for her record, paper wise, we can go ahead and sign it. She's got signature page for it. So Steve, you wanna make a motion in that regard?
Make a motion that we enter these past variances and into the minutes of today's meeting.
Second to that?
That,
JD, all in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, let's just sign up. Amy, we'll pass it around, get it signed.
And one additional on Amy's stuff, Hayden Botteroff our IT guy, did a new drainage, map for us, our drainage, worksheet. We put the repairs in and everything. And he's also taken that now to the website, the county GIS website, that sometime it'll be switched to the new one, the ex Cummins. He is, he's really been amazing too on fixing, the quirks that were in the old drainage.
There's nothing like surrounding yourself with good people, Mike, to make you look good. So thanks, Amy.
So that's gonna, Hayden, we're gonna come up with a new, there'll be a new screen sometime on your GIS that will have a lot of improvements, probably not many that you'll see, but, right, they wanna add anything to that one? Yeah. Our repair order worksheet has been really made better, so. So the rest we got is some information. You want me to keep going there?
Yeah, you got a couple
Amstutz
pages
Long-
here.
Amstutz Long Watershed, that was from 850 south from the levee to the river.
Right,
That is finished dipping. We did that this week. It needs to dry out so he can seed it. I believe we met pretty much all of the DNR and items requirements on working in a floodplain. We took the level down to probably where it was at one time, so if you go by there and you see water in there, that is the river water backing up on that. So there's no fall in that at all, zero.
Hmm.
So the water you see is the river water there.
right, not much in it now.
But it gives them a freeboard for all the sediment that's gonna come in the next 10 years. We lowered the water level at their floodgate about 1.5 feet by doing that. So that's a great thing. Them guys I don't think they know what to say on it yet. The Brewster watershed, this one I'm glad Nate's here because it all started with him.
I hear that all the time.
He put a new approach on the bridge there and the top of the bridge, right, the deck, or the overlay, whatever.
Approach slabs were replaced and we did a ridge deck over.
So in the meantime, the contractor had a lot of concrete there. And he placed that, there's that driveway there back to that farm. He placed a lot of the millings in that and that concrete there, and he lined that Brewster ditch with concrete, both sides. Did a really nice job of placing them panels in there.
Yes, they did.
He was really good at it. The only problem was there was about 2.5 foot of sediment in there, and I have this project coming up, Brewster, to dip it. So their choice was to haul it out or to work with us, right?
Yes, that was their option.
And so we agreed with our talk they removed the panels on the south side, all the concrete. They dipped it out on their charge and they laid them panels back in there. I don't know that it's the right thing, but I think it's agreeable compromise. And they kind of put a footer on them so they can't slide down. They're at the bottom of the ditch. So that's that. I believe that cross pipe is way too undersized because it really, the velocity of that water coming out of it is pretty fast. So between the driveway and the bridge was a lot of sediment in there and a lot of brush. So I went back with them to ask them while they had their excavator sitting on site if they would dip that for us. It was the estimate was $2,500. I was out there yesterday and they didn't have the final figures yet, but they come in under that to clean that out. While they were there, I think that was a good move. And I did that without a bid because we're under our bid. It'll just be an extra from us.
So is this a bridge cost or is this a drainage board cost?
That was a drainage board.
Drainage board, yeah.
So the waste concrete was made available to, the contractor was looking for someone to take it. And the property owner, Jason, said, sure, I'd love to have the millings and that concrete. That's what kind of started it, is the transfer to them. But since the ditch is being dipped out, Mike is working directly with Brumbaugh on the ditch side versus the bridge side. Because all the bridge work is above the ground level. So on the structure itself, there's nothing in channel at all as part of that sort of work.
So is this coming out of the Brewster then?
Yeah, we're gonna take it out of the Brewster when we get the invoice. I just wanted to make you aware that I had,
Brewster's healthy. There's
yeah,
not the same being.
I think that's a smart move. You won't get it done any cheaper.
right.
It's, the contractor's there.
There's a lot of sediment in there, the sediment wasn't as bad as the trees that were laying.
For the record, do we need to make a motion that we're going to be withdrawing the 2,500 from Brewster to complete this project?
Also move
It'd be maximum, because they think it's gonna
maximum
come under
25,000.
when they get.
2,500.
2,500, excuse me.
Okay, second of that? JD, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Good.
It's great to
Motion's
get all
carried.
this on record
You
because
get the,
State Board of Accounts is in the building and they're very thorough and, the more we put in these records, the better off we are.
okay, that's,
Denny Lehrman watershed, you guys might remember back in 23 that this was a private project that we shared on. And to replace tile around the woods that you see there. The orange line was the new line. With private project, they never did it. And until now they're getting estimates again or bids to put it in. So I just was gonna make you aware of that, we'll have our share, 3 years connection, 3 years collection, $8,000. So when they get that done. There was a petition that they all agreed on, so that's in 23.
is there anything the board
That's-
needs to do on this?
No, any questions?
If just information on,
I was making you aware of a 23 commitment that will happen now, whenever they get it done, so. That way you don't have surprises.
any questions on the, Debner? No? Let's talk about the coop.
Yeah, the COOP plan, continuity of operations, it's through the EMA, they want it updated again, the last time was done years ago. After discussion with what the drainage board and the highway department work together so much, I would like to put in that memorandum of understanding between the drainage board and the highway department that we would share labor, share facilities, share resources.
And this is in the event of an
In
emergency.
the event of a major emergency. Yeah, that it's broadcast, you know. So if there's no question with that, we'll get that.
Figure that MOU
Going
out.
through. I think it's good for both of us. Anything, Brad, because,
We work together well now, so this just kind of puts it in writing.
Okay.
We'll help each other out.
and it could be facilities too, because we have a garage, they have a garage. So ours isn't nearly as big, but, who knows?
Well, if it's necessary that the drainage board sign the, MOU, let us know.
So I assume that it'd be you sign that. then,
Yeah.
the-
Well, if needed be, we'll sign, right?
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would sign
no
it.
problem.
Just keeping you guys aware of all the activity now.
So we do have, next meeting is scheduled for the 21 day of October. 9 o'clock, got a couple items on that agenda already, couple of the hearings or a couple of the
Updates on that.
updates on that.
Get that.
Anything else that Mike would need to know for that upcoming meeting so he can plan ahead? From the board?
I'm good. I think.
Okay, Mike, anything else?
Just give me a few more hours in the day and some time. and
Yeah,
we'll
you got
get more
any-
done.
She can do in 1 hour what most people it takes 5, the way
Yeah.
it appears to me.
That's why I have been out a lot on all these projects and, I really appreciate her.
Yeah, I bet you do. Okay. No other questions. We'll look for a motion to adjourn.
Well moved.
Bill? JD, all in favor?
Aye.
Mark, anything for the board?
Nope.
We're adjourned. Thank you, guys, for coming in.